50, 45, there goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome back, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 653. Today is Friday, April the 17th, 2026. We got a great episode for you guys. Just coming off a big AKP episode with our boy Phil, me, Joe, Phil. We were breaking down WrestleMania 42, also UFC Winnipeg. So go check that out. But Joe, how we doing today, kid?
Doing good, man. Ready to get into some ball sports because I mean it's just an absolutely stacked weekend.
Oh, stacked weekend between combat sports, between NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. We got baseball, UFL, you name it. There's not enough TVs in the fucking house for it. But we'll start with last night. And kid, you mentioned that you were hitting the group chat. Kings get the win over the Gamblers, 24-22. They're finally on the board. They get their first win of the season. Gamblers
franchise?
What?
First win of their franchise?
Correct.
That's what I was thinking too. Like I keep hearing first win of the season, first win of the season. I'm like, this is a new franchise. That's why they were hugging and they were all this is the first win of their franchise.
Gamblers now 1-3 as well. They do have the win against the Stallions, but you were watching. You actually caught some of the game. Thoughts on the UFL? Thoughts on the Kings? What were your thoughts?
No, I like how we're getting an in-depth look at how the play calling is going ahead. You know, I caught the fourth quarter. I caught it a little late, but I was impressed by the back and forth and how competitive it was. You see, of course, the athleticism, like the speed of the game is a little slower than the NFL, but still, it's a great way for these guys to have that that level before, like, you know, the big time. You know, it'd be great to, you know, walk down the street. Someone says, "Oh, what do you do?" Be like, "Oh, I play for the UFL." Like, I feel like that's such a cool, like, you know, title to have. So I thought it was a good fourth quarter. People were, you know, hitting on the social saying that, you know, the fix was in, but I just think the Gamblers are struggling right now. They're just stuck in the mud. They just can't get out of their own way. And it showed itself in the fourth quarter. They had the lead. They let the Kings tie it. And they blew it. I hit the chat.
Plain and simple. They blew it.
Simple. They had their chance at the field goal with less than 40 seconds left. They missed that, and they went into overtime. And they just could not, like I said, get out of their own way. They couldn't push the ball down the field, and the Kings exposed them late. Hit that that playoff, like that where it's they get like soccer penalty kicks kind of. It's like you get your three chances, and they just happen to get their two stops, and they wound up winning on. What would you call that? It's not penalties. It would be touchdowns.
A game-winning thing. Yeah.
2-point conversions.
And you mentioned it when I was watching. I said, you know what happened when they missed it in regulation and it goes in overtime? What happens in overtime? That's where dogs go to die. And that's exactly what happened. I said, oh, they lost this game. Shout out Kings. And yeah, not just first win of the season, first win of the franchise. We do have a game tonight starting about an hour. We have Dallas and Columbus. I laid the 5. Me and Elvis both laid the 5.5 here with Dallas.
Me too. I just better team, right? Better offense. We've seen how points are a premium in the UFL. It's hard to score, but if you're able to score like the Renegades have been in the first part of the season, if they can continue the trend in Columbus, then I think they're going to be the best team in the league. So that's what I expect them to do tonight. So -5.5 seems to be a lock.
It's the number one offense in the league, and I also like the over, maybe team total over if your book offers that for Dallas.
They can handily do it themselves. Literally.
We got a doubleheader Saturday. I took the +3, +4.5. It's up to 5.5 now with St. Louis, which money's coming in the opposite way, which scares me a little, which makes me think DC's the right side. But yeah, me and Elvis are on the Battlehawks here, and we're both on Orlando outright as the dog. I told you I'm not betting the Stallions anymore.
So you're taking the plus money line on the Storm.
Yeah, and I'm taking the +5. Yeah,
with the Battlehawks.
How about you? What do you like for Saturday?
I hate to have a team ride here. You know, we like to be able to cover all our bases, but man, you guys have been on top of it, and I feel like I'm catching up with the league. So I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say it's smart to take the points if you're getting it in a close 2-1 matchup right there. And I think a sneaky play is the Storm. They're undefeated right now. How could you not pick an underdog that's undefeated?
Yeah, no, I would agree. Let's get into the NBA real quick. We did have these two games, and Elvis hit it perfectly. I mean, the Warriors beating the Clippers. I mean, Steph putting up 35, them winning by 5. It was a classic game, and he also got help from Santos had dropped 20. Kristaps Porzingis had 20 as well. Al Horford gave him 14 as well. So it was an all-around really good game. And outside of Kawhi and Darius Garland, they really didn't get that much. Honestly, Benedict Mathurin actually had 20 off the bench as well, or 23, excuse me. So, but lost for the Clippers. And then we had a nice tight match in the earlier game between the 76ers and the Magic, and the 76ers, another 30-piece from
Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, bro. He's
carrying. What happened to the Magic?
I don't know, man. We might have something for them tonight, but I just think they're also like a new team, like a young team that they've been in the playoffs, but they have lost. And so I still feel like they're gaining that experience, you know. So I think they have the work cut out for them. You guys, had the episode on Wednesday that I couldn't get in. I popped in. You guys, did you get that Hornet Heat game? And was it that?
Oh yeah, we talked about that. That was
talk about that already. I was gonna say that was great. It just goes to show with that game, and then of course the Clippers and the Warriors game, we're getting a great treat to the start of the NBA playoffs. I know you guys are on the side of the play-in is not the playoffs. I think it is. I'm gonna go on the opposite side. I'm gonna say that you had to get to that position, right? And though it may not count towards the playoff records, you're in the atmosphere of the playoffs. That Charlotte crowd was rocking, man. That Golden State crowd was crazy. So, and also for the Golden State Warriors getting that win against the Clippers, that's why, like I said, I might have a little something for you guys tonight with it, because you look at them playing back to back, the same opponent losing to the Clippers and then getting that victory back. So I feel like it was a little bit of team recognition. They knew who they were getting into with. And that's why you had that emotional victory. Draymond stealing the ball, Steph, vintage, with all his 3s, 7 total. Crazy. So I mean, it was a great start.
Yeah, no, I agree. And honestly, tonight we got 2 playing games, and then tomorrow is the start of the actual playoffs, Joey. Yeah. But tonight, I probably would lay the 3 here with Charlotte here at home. No, they're on the road, actually.
And since their picks are in less than 15 minutes now, I did the Magic plus 3.5. So that's why I said I had a little.
We're on opposite sides.
Yeah, I just feel like the Hornets play too close to the chest at a 3-point spread at the hook. I'm going to take it with the Magic, even though they have looked to shell themselves. They have a little more experience, and this is an elimination game, right? So the Hornets could win, but I'm going to take the plus 3.5 in my pocket. But like I said, I see a high scoring affair. I also like the over 218.5 at -108. Both numbers are -108.
Yeah, I like Kobe White over 13.5 points. I hit that in the first game here with Charlotte, and I really think 13.5 points is, I think even 15 plus points is at +127, +128 as well for Kobe White. So I do like that play as well. I just want to get that out of the way. We could get right into the 10 o'clock game as well. Phoenix Suns hosting the Golden State Warriors. Phoenix laying 2.5, even though they lost, coming off that game, now get the Warriors, who, like we just talked about, they rolled against the Clippers. Now they're catching points. Total is at 218.5. What's your play here, kid?
I know it's just to kind of, correct the market, to get people to take those Warriors with the plus money, with the plus points. But I'm going to buck the trend, and I'm going with the sharps here. A lot of people are going to lay the points with the Suns, the -2.5. -114. I just, like you said, Suns have been the better team all season. Now the Warriors needed that, very dramatic, very emotional win against the Clippers, who they seen the last game of the season prior to that playing game. They were recognizing the team, and the Suns, we thought that they were going to beat the Blazers. They looked not ready. Blazers came to play, and I think now at home, I think the Suns may settle in, and we need a good performance from D-Book. So if he gets that in, and there's no much turnovers as what the Warriors were able to do, if you don't get Draymond Green doing what he did, looking like 10 years ago, and Curry as well, I think you limit the turnovers. I think the Suns can actually pull out a close one. So -2.5 at -114 is my play.
Yeah, I like Golden State here on the money line. I just think they're the better team. They're the hotter team right now. But the one guy I do like here, Jalen Green.
You sure about the hotter team though? I mean, they got, like I said, they got just the win against the Clippers, but look at their last 10. I think they only had 2 wins in their last 10.
What have you done for me lately kind of league.
Yeah,
and
one game could turn it around.
And with Steph Curry and Draymond Green, Hall of Famers, they've been there, done that. They're not worried about the regular season. They're worried about now. Yeah. And I just don't think outside of Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, what does the Phoenix Suns really have? I kind of like Jalen Green over 20.5 par points, rebounds, and assists. I mean, he dropped 30. He had a 30 burger in the first game.
It's going to be hard. If he does that again, that's going to be hard for the Warriors to overcome, I feel like.
Like Dylan Brooks, over 21.5 points plus rebounds. He dropped 20 last game. All he needs is a few
bet for him to foul out again, because I feel like
he did foul out.
When it matters most, Dylan Brooks has found himself out. It's just that's what's going to make them, fall flat in their face.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know. You got to check around. I usually don't make those kind of bets. But it probably is. You figure on an offshore account there probably is.
Say, our friends over at Kalshi probably got that for us.
Oh yeah. Real quick, Joe Elvis on tonight. He is on Charlotte laying to 3.5, and he's on Steph Curry over 27.5 points. He's got that from Props.Cash. I mean, it's the best way.
Shout
to
out
research.
Props.Cash.
Yeah.
Legendary.
All right, kid, real quick, I want to talk until we get to some baseball. We had some football news. It was good. We're going to, by the way, we didn't talk for next week, but Wednesday, we have our mock drafts coming out.
Oh,
me, Elvis. I don't know if you work next Wednesday, but if you don't, we would love to have you on. And it's all draft. Any other plays?
This coming Wednesday, right?
Yeah, this upcoming Wednesday.
I think I'm good, man. I think I'm gonna be able to attend. Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Yep. Perfect. We'll have a 3-man.
Right?
Yep. We'll have a 3-man pod. Joe, myself, and Elvis. We will reveal our top 15 every year we do this. We don't go through the whole first round because it would get too long, but top 15 players. We'll have trades. We'll have this. We'll have that. It all starts at 2 with the Jets, baby. That's what I'm saying.
That's when the draft starts.
That's when the draft starts. But we did have some news in it, and it involves the Houston Texans. They signed Will Anderson, 3 years, $150 million extension. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Out of the 150, he's getting $134 million guaranteed. The deal also includes a no trade clause. He gets $100 million at signing, and I mean, I mentioned the highest paid non-quarterbacks. Will Anderson, $50 million a year. Minka Parsons is at 46.5. Aiden Hutchinson's at 45. JSN just got 42. TJ Watt's at 41. Jamar Chase is at 40. Kid, I know he's very new into the league, but Will Anderson's a fucking problem.
Yeah, and he might be the best on that list, to be arguable. And, 2 receivers, but look at the a very high level of hybrid position players where they got the edge rush, but they also kind of have that linebacker position, right? So, very talented and deserved. I think those are deservedly the highest paid positions. That kind of, like I said, hybrid edge rush guy to get to the quarterback, and then also on the other side, the ones to protect it. Those tackles, they got to get paid. So, good luck to those tacklers trying to block this guy.
And I would also say, to your point, I agree. I think he is the best person, just because, yeah, TJ Watt, let's go just edge. TJ Watt, Minka, Aiden, what all 3 of those have in common? Injury. Will Anderson, knock on wood, he has stayed healthy.
Yeah.
He is not like those other guys. He is worth the $50 million, and Houston is taking care of his own. And you said, Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, first-team All-Pro. He has 30 sacks, 4 forced fumbles.
He's the captain of the defense.
64 QB hits, and now he's the first ever $50 million non-quarterback.
All that talent with the ability to rush the passer, and like I said, he's the captain of the defense. You're basically seeing another DeMeco Ryans out in the field, one that might be a little more talented, a little more ability. Because don't get me wrong, DeMeco Ryans was a great player, but I just don't think as good as Will Anderson is. Like Will Anderson is, I think,
He's generational talent.
He's generational. He's Hall of Fame level talent. If he continues on this trajectory, Will Anderson could go down as one of the best linebackers / like I said, hybrid edge rushers of all time because of the brains. He's able to rally the whole defense, get everyone where they need to be, and then still do his job. He's worth all that money.
And to be honest, look at him. He's 24 years old, Joe, and he turns 25 in September in the beginning of the season. He's going to get another huge contract at 28 years old.
Yeah, and probably double the money because who knows where the league's going to be at by then.
Oh, my Lanta. These guys are, God bless them, truly. Yeah. And you know that he's the key. He is the captain of this defense. Yeah, they got dogs in all levels of the field, but it all starts with Will Anderson. That's why they drafted him top 5. So I think he's well deserved. I know I was reading a lot about, that's a lot to pay a guy who just got in the league. I read off the numbers. He is worth it.
Oh,
so that's what I got on the news. Anything else you want to talk about before we get into some picks?
No, I didn't really see too much.
Yeah,
it was, I have my eyes at a lot of different places. So sometimes hard to keep up, but whenever we see something breaking, we try to jot it down. We try to break it out for you.
Yeah. All right, let's get into these picks. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor, brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching WrestleMania 42. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. I want to start in the NBA.
Bless you. Salud.
Thank you. It's allergy season. Remember, I just
it's
jinxed
crazy
it.
down here, bro. You could smell it in the air. Not only is it getting you can actually smell the pollen.
Yeah, you could smell it in the car. I don't know about your car, but you see, just
layered.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. All right, kid, let's get to it. Saturday, though, we have some games.
Yeah.
We got the first round of the East. It's the 1:00 game in Cleveland, Ohio, taking on the Toronto Raptors. Cleveland laying 8 here at home. Total is 219.5. What do you like here, kid?
It's just the 4 or 5 matchups, man. They're always close. The Cleveland crowd, Cavalier crowd is going to be loud in there. I just worry when they do get to Toronto because I actually feel like the Toronto crowd gets into it a little bit more. So I actually think that, these teams can score. You see James Harden on the court. You see how the Raptors can play together to make the playoffs, to make the push, to get to this seeding, right? We thought that the Knicks, you thought we would be able to get the Raptors as a matchup, but Raptors got themselves in the position to get this one. And I think it's a little closer than the line indicates. So I'm actually going with the total. I think there are going to be points on the board, and I go over to 19.5 at -110.
I like Toronto here plus the points. I also like the under. I'm going to go the opposite way. I like the under here, under 220.5. And I also have a prop. I like Isaiah Quickly or...
Hey, 220. Yeah. If the total's 220, we hit.
Yeah, exactly.
We both hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Quickly here under over 2.5 rebounds as well. Camera's fucked up. It's not focusing, but regardless, I like Quickly here over 2.5 rebounds in this game, and I am gonna take Toronto. I think the line is a little off here. Let's go to the next game. We will head out to Mile High. Denver Nuggets taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nuggets laying 6.5 here, plus 6.5 for the T-Wolves. Total is 231.5. What do we like here, kid?
Game 1, I do think the T-Wolves are going to make it a series. Ant-Man, he just gets clutch at these moments. But you look at the other side, and Jamal Murray is just the same way. So I think if they're matching up point per point, the X factor is how Jokic is, who averaged a double-double, a triple-double at that, but led the league in rebounds and assists. Is just amazing at his center position. I laid the points with the Nuggets, -5.5 at -112. Game 1 in Denver. It's going to be hard to get a victory game 1, but maybe game 2, the T-Wolves could get surprised, but just not in this first.
Yeah, going up to elevation, I think, especially game 1 might hurt them. Another player prop. I do like the over. I do think we'll see some points here. At 231.5. I'm gonna take Nikola Jokic triple double at plus 125. I like that. I even like his assists is at 8.5. It's chalky at minus 140, but I do think he's gonna get a triple double. So I like that as well. I do think
triple doubles only seem to follow Westbrook and Jokic.
and Jokic, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go to game 3, and we will go to the greatest city in the world, New York City, the Mecca, the New York Knicks hosting the Atlanta Hawks, minus 5.5 for our Knickerbockers. Hawks plus 180 on the money line. Total is 216.5. Joe, do we take game 1?
No.
Wow.
No. Hawks game 1 plus 170. I got it, but you're going to plus 180. I'll take it. Because I can't lose in these type of situations. Knicks win, and we're going to be out there in the streets talking to side talk, getting crazy. It's just that I think with all the infighting, with all the, what are we doing? Are we making a move for Giannis? Like, there's just too much outside distraction, not meshing well during the season. We don't know if Mike Brown's a legitimate coach. It just, and also, you could say what you want. We wanted the Hawks. No, I see a lot of it that they didn't want to play the Hawks. And so, I'm just saying that game 1 we lose, but we go 4 straight after this. So yeah, in game 1, I'm gonna take the Hawks plus 170, 180.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Knicks here. I also like Karl Anthony Towns over 19.5 points as well. I think Zesty Cat is gonna be crazy in the Mecca on Saturday afternoon. So yeah, give me the Knicks, and I like Karl Anthony
If they win
Towns.
game 1, series is over. I think if the Hawks can win game 1, I think it gives you pause for what I said going in, that they can push the Knicks to 7.
Last game on the Saturday slate, we'll head to the Staples Center. It will always be a Staples Centers for me. Lakers hosting the Rockets. Rockets laying 5 here on the road. Lakers home puppies plus 176. Total is 207.5. Joe, who has more on the line, KD or Bron?
Oh yeah, you asked me this. I think it's KD.
Yeah.
Right? It's KD that has more on the line. Because like if he actually does it here, like I think this will be the first time in his career that you could say he's done it by himself in a sense. Yeah, he's got support with the Rockets cast, but right, this is the one time where he's not following other person's coattails. So, but with that being said, that pressure is going to get to him because time after time, when we talk about clutch, we had it talked about in AKP, the clutchness matters in all these sports. It matters. You might not need Bron, you might not need Reeves, you might not need Doncic to get this victory here for the Lakers at home. So I'm going to take plus 185 with the Lakers. Like I said, a combination of any one of them will probably get the job done in this spot. So I wonder why the line is so in favor of them. On paper, the Lakers look better, but I guess statistically,
no Luka, no Luka.
Yeah. But I'm saying like you're getting Reeves and Bron still, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like a mix of them, I still feel like they could get the win. Like if you have all 3 on the court, I think I would be a lot more confident. The line would definitely indicate that. Mm-hmm. But obviously losing the leading point scorer of the NBA does hurt you guys. I still feel like they're going to get a win here in game 1 in LA.
Give me LA plus 176 on the money line. Keep the points. LeBron is going to beat KD in this series, and everyone's going to be mad. And I'm here for it. So I'm taking the Lakers here. I was also lean under. I see 208s out there, so shop around, but I think it's a lower scoring game. But I do like the under, and I'm going to take the Lakers here on the money line. Fuck the points. Let's go to Sunday. We'll head to not the real Garden, but the TD Garden, where the Boston Celtics are hosting the 76ers. Celtics laying double digits, 12.5 here. Plus 540 for the Celtics. Total is 213.5. Kid, can the 76ers keep this one close?
This is the only one we're going to be able to talk about, right? Because we're going to have to.
No, we have one more Sunday night.
Hey, aren't we going to be able to talk about that on Sunday night? I guess we get a little.
We could just get it out. Yeah.
I feel like I'm happy for the 76ers and what they did, but I feel like this is the Celtics series, right? As much as Elvis wants to promote Jaylen Brown, it's not going to be all about him. I feel like the unit is good. Pritchard could shoot. Jason Tatum could carry the rock a lot. So I feel like it's going to take away a lot of pressure of Brown, who's been carrying it around all season. Is you're going to get a good performance out of him because of such. So, man, minus 12.5 is crazy, though. So I think you might be pressed to take the plus 12.5 with the 76ers, but something tells me that no matter what, any team that got into this position would have gotten blown out by the Celtics. So I'm going to hit you with it. Give me the Boston Celtics minus 12.5.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm going to take Tyrese Maxey here over 32.5 points and assists. We saw my man drop the 30-point burger last game. He's going to get this. He's going to get 6-7 assists. I think the line is a little low here for a team that's going to have to be able to keep up with the Celtics, who shoot a lot of threes. They go up and down the court. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game as well.
The Celtics have owned the 76ers in these spots.
Yeah. And 76ers have to keep up. So Tyrese Maxey over 32.5 points and assists. And then
if he doesn't do that, they don't have a shot.
Oh, they get blown out. Let's go to Sunday night. Spurs hosting the Portland Trailblazers. Another double-digit spread. Spurs laying 10.5 here at home, plus 420 for the Trailblazers. Total, it's the highest total. No, the 231 is because it's elevation. But pretty high total, I think. 222.5. What do we got here, kid?
I'm hunting here. I'm going Trailblazers money line. Wow. Plus 400, yeah. Just because they're the momentum riding, right? The Spurs are the better team on paper, statistically, on the floor. But momentum, man, tells you another thing. And everyone's counted these Blazers out. And so in game one, as much as I went with the Hawks to surprise a lot of people beating the Knicks, I think I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to take the Blazers on the money line, keep the points, plus 400.
I think the Spurs win. I don't know if I'd lay the 10, though. I did like a prop that I saw, Stephen Castle over 7.5 assists here for the Spurs. You got that at plus 115 as well. I think he's been really good dishing the rock as well. So, yeah, I'll take Stephen Castle.
I like the props.
Yeah,
I like the props you boys have been building. Shout out our boys at Props.Cash.
The best way to research all your player props, Elvis, Joey, and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sports. If you don't like basketball, hockey's right around the corner. We got playoffs starting tomorrow. We got MLB. You name it, they got it. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with the code DREAM25. That is DREAM25 to download the app. Not now, but right now. Sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 for your first month. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Okay, let's get into it. We got some baseball. Do we even have to talk about our Mets? 9 in a row.
We're horrible.
They like losing. You know what when I watched them, you know what I see? I see a team that tries to hit a home run every play. And there's no grit. They haven't had a comeback win since Pete Alonso hit a home run off Devin Williams in the playoffs.
Yeah, you can't consider the Lou Bob walk-off one. They was tied ball game.
Yeah. This team has no grit, no heart, and when they lose, Kodai Senga sucks. He is a
born. We get him as all the Japanese stars come to the States. We get the worst one.
He's a born loser. He's the only bright spot on this team, and I feel bad for him. He's another DeGrom because we don't get runs for him. Noah McClain has filthy stuff.
Bro, it's going to be DeGrom 2.0, where he's going to be putting up sub 2 ERA, sub 1 whip, I bet, and we're gonna put up 1 run for him and lose the game every single time. Like every single time DeGrom was a Cy Young winner, his records were 9-11, right? Or like 10-10. It was embarrassing, and it's continuing to be embarrassing to watch. And I think you could fade our Mets for the time being, and maybe for the foreseeable future.
I mean, I don't understand how all these smart nerds are saying they're defensively better.
Yeah,
they're out of position on every fucking ground ball.
Yeah, and they're out of position on every ground ball. And yeah, Stearns did a great job of preventing runs, our own runs going.
Our own runs, you fucking clown. And if I hear this Mendoza guy, we gotta keep playing. And if I see Francisco fucking Lindor smile
like that, yeah, crazy.
It's the smile. And they like losing. I really believe that. I'm not just saying it for content. They like losing.
Yeah. It's a bad culture.
Yeah. Terrible. Continue to fade them as far as the eye can see, they do play. They lost to the Cubs today 12-4. It was never close. Freddie Peralta is taking the mound tomorrow. Our quote unquote fucking ace. Yeah. Get
Joker,
the fuck.
more like
yeah.
a Joker.
Yeah, they're all jokes. If you have anything here for Friday night for our live listeners, but if not, if you have anything for Saturday, what do you like?
In the MLB, yeah, tonight, I think the Mariners are playing horrible with what they could be expected to do. And, Elvis has been making money back in the Rangers, so I'll take him at plus 109 tonight. And then the Padres are on a 13-game win. Am I tripping right now?
I think they're like 10-1, 11-1. They're on fire.
Lost. They went 1-6 their start of the season, and they just rattled off all these wins. Yeah, Mike Trout was on Pat's show today, and he's doing great. And I think it was more of him lighting it up against the Yankees than the Angels' outcome for the season. And yeah, they may be competitive, but I just think you go with the hotter team. And the Padres on the road are getting plus money. Give me another plus 109 with the Fathers.
Yeah, real quick for tonight, I'm on Atlanta here. They're winning 7-0. Philly stinks too.
Good call.
I'm on the under 8.5 for the Yankees and the Royals. It's top of the third, so far so good. And then for later, I took a dog. I think the Twins are playing good ball, but I don't think they should be this big of a favorite, even with Joe Ryan on the mound. Give me the Reds here, plus 146.
I saw that. I like the Reds in that spot. I didn't want to touch it though.
And I like the Snakes here. Toronto is decimated with injuries. Another team that spent a lot of money in the offseason. They thought they were going to be good again. They stink right now. I do not.
In the bottle last year, bro. Let's be real about it.
Yeah, I just don't want to back them right now. And Arizona could hit. So at home, I think this is a really good spot at a low number too. So yeah, I'm going to take the Snakes here at home, minus 126. And for tomorrow, you said you had a player or two?
Just got one. And it's the O's on the road. So I guess I got road teams this weekend in the MLB, but I like the plus 113. I think Dean Kramer can actually throw the rock. And I feel like though he hasn't gotten a win on his record, he's actually been putting batters out. So I'm actually going to go with him getting a victory. So yeah, go the O's plus 113 against the Guardians.
See, I'm on the opposite side. I think Gavin Williams has been a stud. I like the Guardians here, minus 135. By the way, just get it out of the way. Fade the Mets team total under. They stink. But I actually like Gavin Williams a lot, so I probably would take them at the short price here. Other game, I honestly, this Reds and Twins matchup is really good. Again, yes, I think Taj Bradley has been really good. 1.25 ERA. They deserve to be the home favorite. But minus 140, I gotta take the Reds again here as an underdog. So again, give me another dog. I'm going to take them. Adrian Hauser and Cade Cavalli here for the Nationals and the Giants. Kind of like an over. I mean, I don't think both pitchers are really good. Adrian Hauser has over a 5 ERA. Nationals could actually hit the ball as well. So probably going to fade that. I think we see some runs. It's Paul Skeens Day as well. They're a heavy favorite. Minus 165. I think that's right. Total seems right too at 7. I think Drew Rasmussen has been really good for the Rays as well. So I think total is right. 165 is a little tough.
That's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, any thoughts on any of these other games?
Oh man, I didn't want to get too involved just because how much I got going on Saturday. That's kind of why I don't get too much into the MLB. And it's day after day, right? You look one day, one team's feeling good. And then the next day they pull out a great, 10-0 victory. Unless you're the Mets, where you just lose every single game, you just roll over and die. So
yeah. One last one I like. I'm going to take Sandy Alcantara here at home against Brandon Woodruff.
The only few pitchers that will go the complete 9 innings.
Yeah, he's the only pitcher so far to pitch a complete game. He had a rough one in his last start, but he's been really good. Fish are feisty at home. I know they've lost 2 out of their last. No, they lost 4 of the last 5, but 7-3 straight up at home this season. They are competitive. It's not like the Brewers are playing good either. So I'm going to take them short number at minus 110. I'll take the Fish here.
No, just to end it, if you want me to get involved, maybe go back to back with your pick, because I just think the Blue Jays are depleted, and then they're rolling out a dead fish in the water. Max Scherzer out there.
He's washed.
Bro, he's so bad So you got to probably go with the Diamondbacks putting Zach Gallen out there, who's a
Yeah.
top 10 pitcher, I think, in the NL. And then I would go back to the Padres. Kikuchi for the Angels just ain't cutting it. And
No,
German
he's
Marquez
terrible.
does
German
pretty good.
Marquez isn't good
Yeah.
either, but
But he holds it up. He's got 2 wins, and I think
Yeah.
that you got a guy that can at least push the 6 innings. He may give up 3-4 runs, but he'll be out there to save the bullpen. I think that can help those fathers. So maybe back-to-back nights of the Diamondbacks and the Padres.
All right, okay, let's hit the ice. But before we do that, Kalshi, the Dream Wager is presented by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in a ton of states. And once you trade $10, you get $10 with our promo code ROCK24. That is ROCKK24. That's Kalshi, promo code ROCK24. Okay, we have the NHL playoffs starting Saturday. We got 3 games starting right in your neck of the woods, the Carolinas, the crazy Carolinas, the Hurricanes hosting the Ottawa Senators. -148 here for the Hurricanes, +133 for the Senators. Total is 6.5. What do we like here?
That's high. I think the Hurricanes are going to dominate. I think they're going to be all over the forecheck, and I just think that they've looked one of the better Eastern teams, and that's why they wound up in the first position, and they have home ice throughout. I think they get a game-win victory here, and I think they shut out the Senators. I wouldn't touch the puck line now because I don't necessarily trust it. They could win 1-0. That's why I say I like the under, but going Canes on the money line at -148.
And it's so sad that this is the first matchup here in the West because I do think both of these teams could honestly represent the West, but we are in for a delight. If you like hockey, this is a fucking matchup you should watch. Yes. I know we got a lot going on, but 5:30, if you got a tablet, playoff hockey is different.
Is going to be the Wild and the Stars.
Dallas and the Wild. I have an 18-1 ticket for the Wild to come out of the West, so I am financially invested into the Wild. -118 on the money line, even money here for the Wild.
That's what I
Total
got.
is 5.5. I think we see goals, kid. I like the over. I like the first period over 1.5 goals at -110. Give me Quinn Hughes over 2.5 shots on goal. You could get that at +130 as well. I just think it's going to be havoc. My heart wants the Wild to win, and so does my pockets. But Dallas is a fucking wagon.
Bro. I took the +100 with the Wild. The game 1, just with, like you said, all the heart and passion going into this matchup. And I feel like, with playoff hockey, as easily as the crowd can get into it, and how it is in those arenas, they can get out of it. If the Wild score early, like you said, you like the over, they can get 2 up early, but the most dangerous place to be in hockey is up 2 goals.
Yep.
So, like you said, I like the over too. It's just about when and where they'll be scored. So my philosophy on it is that the Wild need to score early so that they can stay ahead through the most of the game and they can pull a victory on the road. Give me the +100 even money for the Minnesota Wild.
The Battle of Pennsylvania, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Flyers. Penguins home team -142, Flyers +118. Total is 6.5.
Public's on the Penguins, Sharps are on the Flyers. I'm with the sharp money. Give me the Flyers at +124.
I could never take the Flyers. I hate both of these teams.
Me too, but it's just that you have Sid the Kid, and like I said, everyone's going with the feel-good story of Pittsburgh and the Penguins maybe making one last run, but Flyers have played good this season, so I'm going to take them, like you said, in the Battle of Pennsylvania. I'm going to take them with the dog price.
Let's go to Sunday. Colorado Avalanche hosting the LA Kings. Avalanche laying 250 here at home, +202. Both Colorado teams hosting a playoff game this weekend. We got the Nuggets on Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday afternoon we got the Avalanche. I'm gonna lay the puck line here at even money. Surprised we're getting plus money here with the Avalanche at home. That's on the puck line.
That's the only way to do it, but I stayed away, actually. It's just too chalk in the money line. I don't trust the puck line, so as bold as you were to lay it with the Avs, and it makes sense against the Kings and how they were lucky to get into the spot, I just wanted to stay away with it.
Let's go to Tampa Bay Lightning hosting the Montreal Canadiens. -192 for the Lightning, +155 for the Habs. Total is 6.5. No way should they be this big of a favorite. Give me the Habs on the money line, +155. Go, Habs, go.
I'm on the opposite side. I got the Lightning. I like the Lightning and backing them here at home. I got him at minus 185, and I got him in a pick parlay with the next game.
All right, and let's go to New York. We got the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Boston.
Yeah, New York. It is New York. What in the world? The only actual real. No, I'm tripping. I was gonna say real New York football team is actually Buffalo, but nevertheless.
Yeah.
In hockey, they have MSG. They got Islanders. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Jojo, we know you're. Minus 160 for the Sabres, plus 132 for the Bruins. Total is 65, 6.5. Kind of like the under 6.5. That's a lot of goals here for a Buffalo team that plays really good defense. I like them. I liked them earlier when it opened up at minus 145, minus 150, up to minus 160 now. It's a little steep. I do think Buffalo's the better team, but I like the under. I think that's a better play.
That's a great play, but I did go with the Sabres. Like, I was all in with the Canes and the Sabres being the two better teams out of the East here, and we may get a matchup with them in the end if they can keep winning. So, like I said, I took the Lightning and I'm taking the Sabres, combine them in a 2-leg parlay for it's plus 153 if you combine the two.
Sunday night in Vegas, Golden Knights hosting the Mammoths, the Utah Mammoths. Golden Knights laying minus 152 on the money line, plus 126 for the Mammoths. Over under is 5.5. Give me the over. 5.5 is low. I feel like in Vegas, two teams that could really score, get the puck to the net. I think we see a lot of scoring here. Give me the over 5.5.
I didn't want to take a play because I thought we might have done this on Sunday, but actually it's a great team for the Mammoth to get ready for their first ever playoff run. Is the Golden Knights that won the cup, not their first year, but their second year in, right? Or did they win it in their first year of existence?
No. They got to it their first year. They won it the next year after. Yeah.
So I actually would probably go with the plus money with the Utah making their first ever playoff appearance, plus 130. They actually were the better team throughout the season, and they played a couple times. I think they won the series, so why not? I'm going to go with the Mammoth here, plus 130.
Let's fucking go, kid. All right, and we'll save the last one Monday for Sunday's episode between the Edmonton Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. Kid, that's going to do it. Thank you so much. Anything else before you get out of here?
Oh man, just everyone enjoy the stuff. There's a movie dropping, normal. Bob Odenkirk probably try to catch that, try to catch some Coastal games, locked into the fights, locked into all the sports, all the playoffs we got going on. I mean, this weekend feels good.
What's Coastal's record now?
We're number 6 in the country now, so I think it kind of went down, went back up, and probably more than 10 losses, I would say, though. You're seeing a lot of teams with a lot of losses this year. I think they were talking about Florida. Like, we talk about teams and guys that, fight up to competition or play up to competition and then play down to others. Florida, I think, has gone 1-10 against unranked teams and gone 10-1 against all top 25 teams. So it's very interesting to see.
So I'll read you off the top 10 real quick before we get up out of here. UCLA, number 1, 33-2. Georgia Tech, 30-5. 3, the Tar Heels, 30-6.
Always.
4th, Longhorns, 27-7. 5, the Bulldogs of Georgia, 29-8. 6, the Beavers, Oregon State, 28-7.
Always a good program.
Coastal Carolina, 7th, 26-9.
One less than I thought.
But still, that's they're a top 10 team in the country. They're always good, though.
They're
always good. And like you said, surprisingly, no one would think, but Oregon State always has a fucking good program.
Always. And they won the Natty, I think, years back, man. I remember early 2000s, it was the Beavers were a really good the old, MVP baseball, which was one of the greatest games
of ever.
Bro, they had NCAA baseball during that time, and they were rock solid games. I think that's where I found my love for Nebraska a little bit, because I was hitting home runs out into the cornfield. Their stadium was set up in the background.
Field of the Dreams.
Field of the Dreams, baby. So it was beautiful.
Why don't they make games like that anymore?
They did it that one year, right? What was it? Yeah. It was the Yankees and whomever.
They're fickle.
We need more of that. Yeah. It's not that you guys are breaking the bank doing it. You're giving us a treat. You're giving the fans what they want.
And they would make a lot of money. All these old timers.
We return the favor by paying y'all. So
exactly. So go and make that happen. Kid, I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games. Good luck on all your bets. And we will see you guys on Sunday. Peace.